All right, so 21 months into the pandemic, here was a new twist to the well-documented isolation that many may have experienced. Our next guest, autoimmune disease prevented her from getting the vaccine, and now she's unable to visit many cities and businesses throughout the country. Beverly Hallberg joins us now. You said in a tweet earlier this week, Beverly, you have natural immunity, yet in New York City, I'm not welcome, and in that city, count is growing. Operating my business is becoming extremely difficult due to my health issues, and I never thought I'd say that in this country. So I tend to agree with you. I think that, look, you have a number of people in the military who are willing to sign up and die for their country, but now they're getting processed out because they don't want to get a vaccine that, quite frankly, they don't believe they need, and maybe their doctor agrees with them. What do you think?
Yeah, when it comes to my health condition, one of the things that I point to is the fact that my father has the same autoimmune disease as I have. We all in my family encouraged him to get the vaccine, and he had horrible flare-ups from his disease when he did get the vaccine. He doesn't want to get a booster because of it. And so I've seen personally what he's gone through, and I've had to ask myself, am I willing to take this risk to have a flare-up in my body, which, you know, I could talk to the doctor about that, and nobody can tell me for sure that if I get this vaccine, I won't get that flare up. So there have been a lot of concerns for me. And considering I've had COVID, I've recovered from it, I've decided not to take it due to my health concerns. It may put me out of work for a while if I have a flare up. And so what I'm seeing now is, even though I did end up moving out of Washington, D.C. because of the increasing restrictions I had seen during COVID, I now live in the great free state of South Carolina. I still go to Washington, D.C. often for work. New York was a place I went to often for work, meeting with clients, doing TV interviews like I am today. But in many of these businesses, I'm no longer welcome. D.C. just came out with their mandate yesterday saying on January 5th, I will no longer be able to enter many venues, including museums, restaurants. And so it's going to be increasingly harder for me to be able to do business in large cities that have these vaccine mandates.
Yeah. Chicago's on that list coming up, too. And the issue here is natural immunities as well. Have you had COVID by any chance?
I have, and I recovered as well.
Okay, so there is significant data up there to show that if you have had COVID and recovered, that these natural immunities makes you 27 times more likely to be not only not have COVID seriously again, but also not even get it, which you can't say that much for the vaccine. Now, the issue is, there's a significant number of people that are very high risk factors that their doctors and many in the media have said, yes, the vaccine is right for you. But to remove the choice from somebody is uniquely un-American, I think, in this circumstance. How do you feel about it?
Oh, absolutely. And look, there are a wide variety of reasons why people may choose not to get it. I support the right to try, which means I support people getting the vaccine. Again, I encourage my father to get it. And I support people who take a look at their risk and say, I don't think this is best for me. I think a lot of parents are not going to get their child vaccinated, even if they themselves did. In Washington, D.C., beginning January 15th, if you have a child that's 12 or older, it is mandated for them to get a vaccine. And so what we are doing is, first of all, taking away the freedom of choice for people. And when you think about these businesses where it's now the onus is on them to monitor who comes into their businesses, we are forcing them to discriminate against their customers, which include their family and friends.
And a lot of businesses have been so negatively impacted that they can't afford to turn away customers. How's your business been impacted?
My business has actually done really well. The opening up of the virtual world has been tremendous. It allowed me to move out of Washington, D.C. and move elsewhere. But I'm becoming increasingly concerned that as we continue with COVID and as I'm flying more and clients want me to come to them, my new concern is I'm not going to be welcome if I don't get vaccinated due to city policy. So I think my business could sadly be in decline, even though for the past year it's been doing very well.
Yeah. Beverly, we appreciate you joining us this morning. Stay strong.
Thank you.